So looking at Bonne Annee and looking at the plot charting graphic organizer that you all have, all right? Same type of concept we want to go through with this, with outlining the exposition. This one should be a little bit clearer. You can even look up the Haiti-Italy World Cup in the 80s to find it. Okay, gives you a good idea of where the timeline's at. Where would you guys say the climax happened in Bonne Annee? I may have also given you a very large hint. Well, the New Year's talked about in the very beginning over and over again, right? Like that's kind of how he carries the exposition, is that he talks about the new year. It's in the World Cup. The climax is in the World Cup. Haiti scores a goal against Italy. I will tell you it was almost a decade worth of international competition that anyone had scored against Italy whatsoever. But that's not why he becomes excited, because who ends up winning that match? Italy winds up winning pretty handily, right? A 3-1 scores pretty much a blowout in World Cup soccer. But why is he still excited even though they lost? Where does his excitement come from?
They put up something against them.
Okay, they still put something up against her. They got there. So why does he get excited? Because before, remember, he had said throughout the story that he didn't feel like he was an American or a Haitian, right? He wasn't sure where he fit in throughout the story. Did you get that concept from the intro or the exposition?
Well, he liked it because it made him feel more Haitian.
It made him feel more Haitian. Absolutely. That's the whole point to that climax, is that suddenly in the middle of that game, he feels more Haitian, right? He was watching it at Madison Square Garden with a collection of people on their like jumbotrons, because not everyone would have had the ability to watch TV during that time. So the Madison Square Garden jumbotrons would have had it on display. All right. Have you guys ever been to a sporting event that you didn't really like?
Yep.
Or an event you didn't really like? Did you still get excited? No? You're like, no, it stinks. Have you ever been to an event that you, like my son makes me go to Monster Jam every year. Literally, that's one of the things he asks for Christmas every year. You know how much I care about monster trucks? Very little. Very little.
Those are fun to watch.
That's what he says.
It's a waste of money. It's a waste of money to go and watch people crush trucks, even though you can do it yourself with a hammer.
All right. Don't buy a vehicle for Aiden. That's what we've learned today. Aiden does not deserve having a vehicle. He'll just beat it up with a hammer. But there is some truth to what you're saying. Like I'm not always excited about Monster Jam, but every time we get there, I get into it. I get excited. I start screaming and hollering. I'm not even sure why. I really am not. But my son's excited. I'm filming him. I'm filming the show so that he has it for later. Why do people get excited? You're muted. Why do people get excited? It's not an insult. Why do people get excited at sporting events like that or events like that, even though they're not really all that into it? Have you never had this experience?
No. The people around them.
Yeah. It really is the people around them. Like I remember buying tickets to the Big 12 championship for like 10 years in a row for football and watching people literally go, "What's going on? I'm so excited. What happened? Yeah." And they're excited and yelling. It's like, you paid that much money for a ticket and you don't understand what you're watching, but you're still excited. Why? Just the atmosphere, right?
Yeah.
So why does this atmosphere make him feel more Haitian? Make him feel like he's more a part of Haiti? No. They're waiting on you to answer. That way they don't have to talk. They've grown used to you. Why does this occur? Why does he all of a sudden feel like he's more a part of Haiti? Who's he surrounded by? Other Haitians, right? Suddenly he has something in common with the Haitians. Okay? and he comes to feel more Haitian. All right. Leading up to this, what type of conflicts does he deal with? I gave you one of them. Let's see if you catch it. What kind of conflicts are we dealing with? Yes, that's the big one. Make sure we're detailed in how we describe that and how it affects the plot. What are some other conflicts he winds up dealing with? Or his family? I promise you, you're not going to forget the conflict we just said if you give me another. What kind of things does he have to deal with? Why do they leave Haiti? Okay, corrupt government, and they had to leave Haiti because of it, but what happens to them specifically? Did anyone catch that? What happens with his father? The government tries to kill him. They actually say that the dad had to leave because the government was trying to kill him.
Wait, did they have to leave Haiti because the government was
Yes, they left Haiti because the government was trying to kill him. Okay. What other conflict? It's another big one. They have family names and they sound like doctors. Who are the corrupt leaders in Haiti? Papa Doc and Baby Doc, right? That's another conflict they deal with every single New Year. That's why this is titled Bonne, Annee, the New Year. Because every year they come back together and they meet and talk about Haiti's independence and that it's a new year and nothing's changed. Okay? You guys are killing me. It's like pulling teeth this morning. It's still technically morning. You are muted. Anyone catch the resolution? How we know he's both Haitian and American? Jake's like, I wish I would have finished reading. You wish you would have finished reading, don't you? This one's so painful. No, Aiden. How do we know he feels both Haitian and American? Does he get to return to Haiti?
Yes.
Why does he get to return to Haiti?
Because Papa Doc and them put out of it.
So do they move there to live?
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, no, they moved there to like see if it was still.
They don't move.
Well, they don't move. They visit.
They go on vacation. He says we return to Haiti on vacation for 2 weeks. What does he get to have in order to? What does he have to have in order to visit another country? From where? Yeah, he's an American citizen. He goes back to Haiti as an American citizen to visit just for a little while. So he's become both, right? And that's kind of the beauty in our country is that we can be from another country but still be American. All right. Make sure you are detailed with your plot chart, graphic organizer. Don't just put Papa Doc and Baby Doc were there. Tell me how it affects the plot. Questions before I turn you loose? Gosh, you guys need some sugar real quick. You're killing me.